been a doctor for 25 years. I treated over 7,000 men with ED. And I've been a medical contributor to national TV, as well as been on CNBC, Bravo, Fox, and CNN. And I teach doctors all over the world on sexual health, as well as been a keynote speaker. I wrote the best-selling book, Erectile Dysfunction Fix. In fact, it's an international bestseller. And my goal for this web class today is to tell you that the fastest and safest way for you to regain your sex life is through the six system reset. And the effective and natural way to repair your sex life is with the Get Hard system. So who is this for? It's for men who want to restore their sex life and their partner who want to help their men restore their sex life. So I know how you feel. Look at this picture. I actually created this picture in AI. You guys like it? Yeah? You guys like it? Yeah, I hope you like it. I created AI for you. And I know how you feel. I treated over 7,000 men who, that is not satisfied with their sex life. They have ED. And when, for men, when they can't be the man they used to be in the bedroom, they're not themselves. They have low self confidence. They have anxiety, and they just don't feel right. They're not themselves. All right. So and I know how you feel, but I know that there is a solution. The solution that we're going to talk about, the Get Hard system, that's going to help you get out of ED. All right. So that way you can at the end of the day. This is another AI picture. Isn't that awesome? Let me know how you guys see the slides. Let me know what do you think about my AI system, my AI pictures here. I know how you feel because at the end of the day, we all want. What do we all want? We all want to be loved. We all want to have passionate relationship. It's not just about sex, right? It's about feeling confident, feeling connected with another person. Um, so you're thinking, well, does the Get Hard system really work, Dr. Trong? Well, I know it works on 7,000 men so far, right? And this is Blaine. He's saying that he's 50 years old and he's had ED for a few years. He tried Cialis and Viagra and they didn't work. And then came to see me and get the treatment. And he said it was extraordinary. And about a week later, the girth and the width and the height just grew and it changed my life. I highly recommend it. It's just amazing. I feel like I'm 20 again. He also said, I have more confidence in myself overall. Because of this confidence, I have a really great girlfriend. I am with when I am with her, I don't have to worry if I can please her. I feel relaxed, I feel happy, and enjoy being in my body again. So this is a disclaimer. It's for those that follow the protocol as I discussed about that want to put in the work to restore their sex life. And there are no shortcuts. There's no sneaky or misleading methods at all. And listen, your ED didn't occur overnight, but over years. All right. So the result will take some time. I'm not saying the years. It can be as early as 5 days, but that's not for everyone. But it usually takes about 3 months. And I want you to really pay attention with me, stay on with me and live and TikTok and turn off all distractions and close off your social media, get a pen and paper, take notes, and close all your other tabs on your browser. So you are in the right place, definitely in the right place because I know how you feel. It's another AI picture that I did. I love to hear your feedback on the AI picture. I know how you feel when you have ED. You look like this picture on the left, it's that despondent. You feel like stressed. You feel anxious. You're not yourself anymore. Life is just not fun. And then when you don't have ED, it's like this picture on the right. You're happy. You're relaxed. Life is just good. So if you've been struggling with ED, this is probably why. Because you've been doing it the hard way. You've been trying to figure it out yourself. You're trying to Google. You read and research and you try to do the best you can. And then you go an online dispensary and you try to take ED medication. And sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't work. And you do what the primary care doctor said you should do. And then you take the medication, you have side effects, you just tolerate it. And then and then you try to take supplements online or try to get treatment that didn't work. I get it, you know. And then the bottom line is that you end up wasting your time and your money. So when you have ED, it's really not your fault because there's so much information out there. It's hard to kind of sift through it and decide which one is really true, which one really worked. And there's a lot of confusing, misleading information out there. And I get it. The internet is more discreet, probably better than going to see a doctor sometimes. When you do go to Google, you become prey to the online dispensary who want to just push medication into you. And those the guys that have taken ED medicine on online, you know what I'm talking about. You see a doctor for maybe 2 minutes, and they give you a prescription, right? And and big pharma, the pharmaceutical company, wants you to take medication, and they want you to get penile replacement because they want you to get sick, so that way you can continue to go to hospitals, so that way you can get penile replacement surgery. The algorithm nowadays, if you take medication, ED medication, you don't get better. You do Trimix, you don't get better. Well, let's do a penile replacement surgery. Kind of like the same thing with a knee replacement or hip replacement, right? You have knee pain, you take anti-inflammatory, or you do physical therapy, you do cortisone injection, you're not better. Then let's do a knee replacement or a hip replacement. Um, and pharma and hospital, we're living in a healthcare system uh, that doesn't want you to restore erection because it is hard to do that. So what does think about this? What does ED really cost you? All right, decrease self-esteem and confidence, your relationship, and you're having anxiety and depression, stress, frustration, your health. You know that 67% of men with ED have a heart attack in 7 to 10 years. So, what is ED? ED is the persistent inability to achieve or maintain penile erection sufficient for satisfactory sexual performance. So, this is my story. My story stemmed from really my husband. He and I have been married for 30 years. We have two beautiful children, and we are blessed with them. But I have to tell you, a few years about two, like few years ago, he was having challenges in the bedroom as well too because he was taking five medication for his heart. He had a heart stent on medication, and it was affecting his ability, and he was very despondent, and it affected his relationship remarkably. And um, I tell you, I could come home one day and I can tell when I walk in that he was just not the same person. And he essentially just kind of told me, he said, well, I don't think we should, be together because, I'm not able to be the man I used to be, and I'm just not fine with it. And I don't think you should suffer with me like that. So I grabbed him and I said, honey, we are going to go through this together. We have to go to if we have to go to hell and fire and walk through coal and walk through fire, we'll figure it out together. And that's what uh, um, really threw me into looking at ED. What's going on with this? And luckily, at that same time, I was doing stem cell therapy for pain management. I was learning about acupuncture, and I was already looking at treating the root cause of a problem. And then I start diving into what really caused ED, what the root cause of that, what's contributed to it. And I figure out a way that you can really reverse the cause of ED, which is really decreased blood flow by the six system method that I created. And I started with him. He was my first patient. Then I treated my brother-in-law, my brothers, and then my family members, and then I treated friends, and then I treated my patients, and they start getting better in as early as a few weeks. Then I taught other doctors the method, and their patient got better. So here we are, because I'm just ecstatic about spreading the good news of what is this system, the Get Heart system, that really restore function again. So when ED happen, you feel fear, right? And you feel bad. You're like, oh, am I being punished? That you have ED? What are you doing wrong? Because you're just not sure what's going on. You feel ashamed. You're in disbelief. You feel shocked and useless, and sometimes even suicidal, right? So what's it like living with ED? Tell me. Put down in there. What is it like living in ED? Put down in the comment. Let me see your comment. So, like not getting morning wood, not getting it up when your partner trying her best. There's some guilt that you're in your relationship, some disappointment, and you're not getting it up and not staying up, and you feel frustrated. And especially at nighttime, you're looking at it while you should be having fun, right? So what's it like living with ED? Loss of confidence in your performance, but also loss of confidence in yourself sometimes. And it carries just beyond just the bedroom. Then anxiety, and then your relationship becomes strained because your partner may be blaming herself, and then you may be blaming yourself. You're feeling guilt. Nobody talking to one another, and that's just not good. And then fear of losing your partner, right? There are many men that I see that fear that their partner will lose them. Um, and then you have to deal with ED medication, the side effects of stuffy nose and headaches and stomach upset. And then you try other treatment, and then you just become despondent, just frustrated that it hasn't worked, and you just really, distrust other treatment. So when you're living with ED, you're just not the man you used to be. So my promise to you is, with my Get Hard system that we've treated over 7,000 men with, and you will never feel fear of your performance. You will feel love, and there's hope. You will never have low confidence in your performance. You will feel confident and relief in your performance. You will never feel frustrated. You will feel happy and satisfied with your performance. You will never feel alone or you're trying to figure it out yourself. You will feel supported, safe, guided with our program. Is what you're doing working? I want to ask you that. Right now, what you're doing is working? Because with our Good Heart system, you're going to get the life that you want. If you do the same thing you're doing, you're just going to do the same thing with ED. So if you want to change, you got to try something new. All right. This is Taryn. Taryn says, I have problems getting and maintaining an erection. It causes problem in my relationship. After 1 or 2 weeks of treatment, I started noticing the difference. I have more confidence in and out of the bedroom. I don't worry or stress out about sex, and my relationship with my wife is a lot better. We are happy again. Isn't that what it's all about? It's about relationship, your partner, being happy again, right? And it is possible, because in the end, I'm going to make you a very special offer that will give you everything that you need to get your sex life in as little as 5 days. Now, I'm going to put a little asterisk there, because it may not be for everybody, but it's going to be for most people if you follow the program. It's kind of like weight loss. ED is like weight loss, because if you have to follow everything in the program in order to lose weight, but it takes some time. And then once you lose the weight, you have to maintain it by diet and exercise. So imagine what this will be like to have this life. There are 3 secrets to getting hard again. Number 1, how to overcome ED. Number 2, how to gain performance confidence in as little as 5 days. Number 3, how to be satisfied with your sex life. So secret number 1, you guys ready? You guys ready for this? How to overcome ED. Well, I would tell you, men, men in the United States between the age of 40 to 70, 50% of them have ED. And this was a study that was done in 1994. Well, imagine what it is now, almost 30 years later. It's probably double that, 50, 60 million men living with the ED. That's a lot of men, right? And both of these guys, if you're seeing this on the slide, both of these guys have ED. The guy on the right has an 8-pack. The guy on the left doesn't have an 8-pack, but they both have ED. So the point I'm trying to make with this picture is that it's not what it looks like outside. In fact, the guy with the 8-pack has worse ED than the guy without the 8-pack, and he has lower testosterone with the guy on the right compared to the guy on the left. So the truth is, your body wants to have an erection without ED pill. It is wired to get an erection without pills, and that you can restore your sex life even if ED pills do not work anymore. Why is that? Because 70%, I mean, not 70, I don't know why, 90%, 90% of ED is due to poor blood flow, and 10% is psychological, and that the largest sexual organ is your brain, right? Let me know in the comment, what do you think about that? That the largest sexual organ is your brain. It's not below the organ below the belt. I will tell you that. Right? The easiest way, and the most effective and fastest method to fix your ED in the shortest amount of time is our Get Hard system to restore sexual restoration again. It's treating the whole body, all right? Involving the brain, the emotion, the hormones, the nerve, the blood vessels, and the muscle. So the Get Hard system is resetting the sixth system. It's like pushing the reset button on your outlet, right? It's like the other day I was blow drying my hair, and the power stopped, and I had to push the reset button again, and then my hair dryer started working again. It's the same thing. You have to push the reset button for the sixth system I talk about, which is your brain, your emotion, your hormone, your nerve, your blood vessels, and your muscle, right? So the Get Hard system, what it does is to essentially restore those systems to work again, because those systems need to work together in order for you to get an erection. So the Get Hard system, it will give you the courage to know that you can do it, that you can please your partner, you can feel the love, and not get so stressed out whether you're going to be able to perform or not. And you're going to have amazing, passionate relationship again. I have to watch what I say, because we're going live right now. And to have firm erection again, and to be able to maintain erection, right? To be able to have spontaneous erection, and to have the confidence that you can do it, and to be the man that you want to be, the protector. And this is Ed. Is now 87 now, but he said, and when I treated him, he was 80 at that time. He said, life begins at 80. I want to go on. I want to do it all with sex as often as I can, which is for me and my girlfriend 3 to 5 times a week. Now, Ed at 80 is doing it 3 to 5 times a week with his girlfriend who's 79. All right. So if you're not doing it at 3 to 5 times a week, you're under par, because Ed at 80 can do it, and certainly you can too. All right. It's Charlie. He said he went after his ED was fixed with the Get Hard system. He went from a state of being devastated to a state of being ecstatic. So, can you see yourself like this? Isn't it awesome to know that it's possible to have to have the sex life that you want? Secret number 2, how to gain performance confidence in as little as 5 days. Now, let me tell you this. There are 4 types of erections. Did you know that? Let me know in the comment. What do you think? There are 4 types of erections. Not just one. 4. All right? So number 1 is visual, meaning you get an erection when you see somebody attracted in your vision, and you're seeing it, and your brain is initiating the signal to send to down the nerve to down there, so that way you get an erection, right? So number two, the second type of erection is mental, meaning like kind of like when you're a fantasy, you close your eyes and you think about it and you have the fantasies and vision. But from there, you can also have an erection as well. And guess what? It all starts in the brain, right? It is all in the brain. The third type of erection is the reflex. That's the one that you can't control it because it's with touch. So let's say, like they have tight jeans or somebody touch you down there. It's a reflex. So it's a nerve. That actually doesn't involve the brain. So it just like somebody touched you down there, or you have something that's pressure, and the nerve just sends it straight to the spinal cord, and it goes back again in a loop like that. That's a reflex erection. And then, of course, the other erection everybody knows about is the morning erection, which is, due to when you're asleep. Um, when you're relaxed, that's when you have the erection. So there are four types. And actually, three of it come from the brain because the morning erection really come from the brain because when you're relaxed, you're asleep, and one is a reflex. So that's why the brain is the largest sexual organ. And just know that Viagra and Cialis are synthetic. It's not natural, which means it do not belong in the erection response at all. And I'm going to show you why. Because the only way for you to get an erection is when your brain and your penis are relaxed. Okay. Now, let's say the brain. When you take Viagra, it doesn't get started in your brain. It doesn't help with your libido. It doesn't help with your emotions. Like if you're anxious or depressed, it doesn't help with that. And when you take Viagra, it doesn't help with hormones either. When you take Viagra, it doesn't help with your hormones and your emotions. It doesn't help with your nerve, stimulating the nerve. It doesn't help with opening the blood vessels more. And it doesn't help raise nitrous oxide. All it does is relaxes the muscle down there. So that way it's easier to get an erection. So essentially, out of the six systems, only work in one system and leave all the other five on its own. That's the reason why that Viagra only works 70% of the time. And after a while, it doesn't work because you're ignoring the other five systems that contribute to your erection. And over time, it will not work. I see many thousands of guys coming in. It's because they've been taking it for 5 to 10 years, and they find out that their ED actually gets worse. It's just a band-aid. Again, we talked about it doesn't help with your libido, and it does not work when you have decreased blood flow. Right? Remember what I said earlier that ED is due to decreased blood flow. 90% of cause of ED is due to decreased blood flow. Then you develop a tolerance to the medication. You keep going up on the dose, and that remember your ED doesn't go away when you stop taking it either. It's a band-aid. It becomes a crutch and even an addiction sometimes. So the easy way and the most effective and fastest method to fix your ED in the shortest amount of time is to get heart system to sexual restoration. All right. This is one. He said, the erection I have now after the treatment with the Get Heart system is amazing. I haven't had much like this since I was 25, and now I'm almost 40. My wife and I are having sex about 5 times a week. Our relationship has never been better. In fact, when he came to see me, he was desperate because he wanted to, because their relationship was in tethers. And if he feels that if he didn't do something that, he was going to lose his wife. And the treatment just happened at the right time because he had result with as little as like 3 days. He said 3 to 5 days, and now he's very happy with it. This is Michael. Michael said, after the treatment, I'm firmer, lasting longer. My wife notices the difference. I can last up to 20 minutes, and my sex life is a lot more satisfying. I'm very happy how my life is right now. Isn't that great? Isn't that what you want to do? So you want to follow what works. If you want to achieve the result, you only need to find the person, the method that is proven to work on others. The Get Heart system helped over 7,000 men with ED with no side effect. So, secret number 3, how to feel satisfied with your performance. Do you feel frustrated when you lose it during the heat of it? Must be frustrating. I know I was. So ED is like a penis attack, which is equal like to a heart attack, right? Now, when you have a heart attack, right, it means that you're not getting oxygen to your heart. So you're not getting enough oxygen. I mean, you're not getting enough blood to your heart, and then the heart muscle start to die away. That's why you start having the chest pain. Now, when you have a chest pain, would you go on Google and try to find out to treat yourself? No, right? You will go to hospital because we're ingrained in our head that hey, if you have chest pain, you got to go to the hospital. Well, it's the same thing when you have ED. When you have ED, you're not getting enough blood flow and oxygen to your penis, and you need to treat it as if it's a heart attack. You need to go to the doctor and get blood work and get find out the cause of it. All right, because your last thing you want to do is try to treat it yourself. Remember, I mentioned there are 6 systems that are involved in getting the erection, and you have to know how the 6 systems work together. Is very intricate. So the get heart system will reset all the systems to get it working again. And like I said, it's the brain, the emotion, the hormone, the nerve, the blood vessel, and the muscle. I have figured this system out to reset it, and once we reset it, function is restored. And Bobby, this is Bobby. Bobby is 50 years old. He's had ED for 3 years, and he said, "With Dr. Trung treatment. She gave me shockwave and P shot, and I and my wife were very pleased with the result. Wouldn't that be nice to feel like that?" It's Taryn. Taryn said, "With Dr. Trump treatment was very effective. After the first injection and a few shots, I was able to maintain erection and ejaculate." So there are 3 secrets of getting hard again. Do you think this will work for you? Secret number 1, how to overcome ED. We talked about that. Secret number 2, how to gain performance confidence in as little as 5 days. Secret number 3, how to feel satisfied with your performance. So let me ask you a question. Do you feel like a picture of this, the notes are online, is the picture like somebody holding up a water hose to your face, you're like, whoa. Do you feel like you're just have so much information that's like, overload? I'm just trying to tell you that treating ED used to be hard, but not anymore. Now we have the Get Hard system. It is a new way, a better way. We treat and reset the whole system, the whole body, not just your penis alone. The Get Hard system addresses all the 6 systems of your brain, your emotion, your hormone, your nerve, your blood vessels, and the muscle. Right here on this picture is my framework. We measure, we don't guess. We use validated research that has proven to work, and we use that as part of our treatment. With the Get Hard system, you can restore your sex life without medication as little as 5 days. Yes, we seen some men is as little as 5 days. We seen some men that take a little bit longer. Everybody is variable. The Get Hard system worked for 7,000 men with ED. Remember, you are wired to get an erection naturally. You just need to reset your body's 6 system, like I said. So who would this work for? Well, the Get Hard system will work for you if you go soft in the middle of sex. ED medication do not work as well. It will work if you sometimes have trouble long enough to climax. Your erection doesn't feel as hard as it used to be. The Get Hard system will work for if you can't reach orgasm. The Get Hard system will work when you sometimes have the trouble getting an erection. And the Get Hard system will work when you have performance anxiety or if you have premature ejaculation. The Get Hard system actually works very well for patients that have prostate surgery and have the side effect of ED. That's very, very common. It will also work for if you had ED for decades, and it will also work if you don't have morning wood. So the Get Hard system can get you to be confident, happy, satisfied, and have the relationship you always want, or you can just continue with living with ED and suffering and making excuses because there is a way, right? You don't want to be this guy and trying to navigate and trying to figure it out yourself on the internet. And I see this in one of the group that I'm in, and this guy said, anyone else basically give up trying to fix their ED after finding nothing works for them? I've had ED for over 20 years. I'm now at that point. Just wonder if I'm alone. There are others in my situation. How do you cope with it? Yes. How do you cope with 20 years of ED and then find out that nothing works? Well, I want you to know to stop chasing that magic pill. Stop chasing that shiny object. There isn't one that's going to cure it all. I oftentimes get questioned all the time. But like, what's the best supplement to cure my ED? What's the best supplement to make me bigger and so forth? You know, if we have one pill to supplement that will cure ED, we wouldn't have a problem 60 million men with ED, do we? Right? It's not that easy when it comes to something as complex as an erection, which involves six systems of your body. You have to heal from within. So stop chasing that shiny object, that cure all. It does not work. You have to work from within. You have to resolve it from your diet and your exercise. We'll talk about that more. Right. You don't want to be like James. James said, I had ED for at least 15 years. I used Viagra and Cialis until it didn't work anymore. I tried everything out there. Nothing helped. I had a heart attack and then a stroke. I wish I found Dr. Trung sooner. I could have avoided it. The stuff I learned with her, I wish I had known. I regret not seeing her sooner. Since I've been with Dr. Trung, I have hope of getting my life back again. Well, I don't want you to be like James, wait until it's too late, all right? Because I will tell you there is a solution. And you don't have to be popping pills because the more you pop the pill, it's just a band-aid. You're just not going to be able to, you're just going to make your ED worse. Remember, when you have ED and you have a solution, you become a happy man. And a happy man plus one. It's always a partner involved, right? And when you have no ED, you feel less stress, you have less anxiety, less worry, you have more confidence, and then you have more confidence, you have better relationship, and then you're more happy. So I want to ask you this. Put in the comment, what would an ED life mean for you? I want to know from you. What would it mean for you? Sometimes one of the guys, I get most of my answers from here, and that's what I put it on my slide. So would an ED-free life mean not having to worry if you can get it up? Not having to take ED pills and be spontaneous? Wouldn't that be fun? Get more sleep? Be less stressed? What would an ED-free life mean for you? Have more confidence? Waking up with morning wood? Be hard and desperate for the toilet in the morning? Have passionate relationship and perhaps not be alone anymore and be the man that you want to be? And when you have no ED, you have your life just better. You're just better. You communicate better with your family. Your partners are also happier. Your kids are happier, and things just goes more smooth, don't you think? So, would an ED-free life? What does it mean for you? I want you to think about that. If you can, put it in the comment. I like to hear what your thoughts are. Do you think that you can have an ED-free life? Do you think that you can do this? Tell me. I just told you that 7,000, at least 7,000 of my men have done it. The Get Heart system, everything you need to get restored. It's a success path catered to your condition. You don't have to figure it out anymore. It's been tested and proven 7,000 men. It works in as little as 5 days, and you'll be in a supportive community of men recovering from ED at the same time. That's my Modern Man Club. So all you have to do is trust the protocol and trust me. So imagine, I want to ask you to imagine feeling confident again, feeling happy, feeling grateful, feeling optimistic, feeling relieved, feeling like yourself again. Wouldn't that be nice? So you can say, well, I want to ask you this: is this the right time? Right time to be addressing getting out of ED? When is the right time? How long do you want to suffer with ED when you know there is a solution out there? Those of you that are listening to this, or that you're listening to this, that you know somebody, a loved one that has ED. Do you want that person to suffer? And when you know there may be a solution for them, all right? And then also, is your relationship suffering? Your wife, your partner, your significant other. ED medication do not, and you know that ED medication doesn't work for you. And and then you're asking, well, will the Get Heart system work when ED medication doesn't work? Yes, it does. It worked for over 7,000 men. And then you may be thinking, well, I'm on multiple medication. I'm a diabetic. Will it work? Yes, it does. We look at your blood flow with ultrasound, we measure it, and then we look at your blood work. It will work. And then you're thinking, well, I tried shockwave therapy, this other clinic. I wasted $5,000 and it didn't work. Will the Get Heart system work? Yes, it does. We use multiple treatment approaches. We use shockwave, we use your own stem cell, and then we also advise you on diet and exercise. I'll go through that in detail. We treat the sick system to restore function again. So it's a Get Hard system for you. I understand hesitation. All right. Everybody's experience is unique, and it's natural to wonder if this solution is the right thing for you. But we know it has helped over 7,000 men who have found it to be to restore their function and have found their confidence again. So you may be asking, well, is it easy to get result? Well, our solution is designed to be user friendly and to simplify it so that way it's easy for you to reach your ED free life. So I'm here to help guide you every step of the way, like we did with 7,000 men. Then you can be, well, are you motivated? Well, motivation comes from, are you happy with your life right now? Do you want to live a better life? You have the power to change it. So I want to give this quote, from a wife of a husband that has ED, and she said, "I feel like I'm stuck with being a roommate for the rest of my and my husband's life. He doesn't even want to try the new medication because it could have the same side effects. It's like he just gave up trying. I don't even make out. Well, sorry, we don't even make out or anything anymore. I'm sure he feels like why bother if it won't lead to intercourse." Another story from another wife with a husband that has ED. And she said, my relationship just ended because he just felt hopeless. I don't want you to be in that situation. All right. And I want you to think about, again, our mind will give us all type of excuses and obstacles. I want you to think, what's stopping you? What's stopping you from taking action to improve your sex life? What are you really afraid of? So you're thinking, well, will the Get Hard system work? Well, we know it worked over 7,000 plus men with ED. Even those that fail ED medication, even those that have prostate cancer that had ED. Why is that? Because we treat the cause of the problem, right, which is poor blood flow, and we reset the system again. So it starts to restore function again for you. And that's how you really treat ED. And you think, well, I wanted you to ask yourself, is it really worth it? Well, we rigorously tested to make sure that it worked and is safe, and it's been researched and validated and tested. Yes, there are cheaper alternative. You can go to someplace that's cheaper, but in the long run, it may not be as effective. It may even cost you more. Remember, it's an investment in your well-being, both physical and emotional, because ED can affect you not only in the bedroom but outside the bedroom, and even your health as well too. So can you really put a price tag on your happiness and your quality of life? And remember, there are payment options. I will guarantee you this. I know that trust is paramount and that I will ensure that we guarantee all results to our patients that follow through from beginning to end. This is Tim. He had the Botox and the P-shot, and he now has an erection every single day, as opposed to pretty much never. Doesn't that sound great, though? Wouldn't you want that to be you? Well, so you have to try a new opportunity, the Get Heart system, to get a different result. You keep doing the same thing over and over again, you won't get a different result. Like all of our patients. So my mission is to create a sexual revolution so that men can gain sexual independence again, drug-free, surgery-free, so that way they and their partner are happy again. My passion is that I want to help 1 million men achieve what I've achieved for over 7,000 men so far. And I also promise you a new opportunity, and that opportunity is the Get Heart system to restore your sex life. All right. So, what you need to get hard again, an ED free life, is this. You're going to get the Get Hard system, which will address it's an app that we call, as an app that will address the system number one, which is the brain, and system number two. How does it address it? It help you with sleep, it help you with diet and exercise. So it's an app that kind of walks you through your daily routine, what you need to do to reset the brain and the emotion again. And it also, we also do blood work to evaluate the sixth system. And then we also, because of the blood work, where if we find that the hormones is low, we supplement the hormone. And we also do focused shockwave, which will restore blood flow again to the penis. And we also use your own stem cell, which is the blood that we get from your own body, like from your arm. We get the stem cell, which are the platelets. Which what it is that the platelets help grow new blood vessels, help new grow new cells, and bring stem cells into there. We also use Botox. We inject Botox into the penis and relaxes the penis. It works like a Viagra. It's like having Viagra on you all the time, ready to go. So it's almost like having a half erection all the time. And we also give you supplement that is of high quality that are tested. We also give you a penis pump, which is like taking your penis to the gym. I have a YouTube video that discusses this in more detail. And we give you the Good Morning Wood smoothie recipe. And the best part of all is that you in a community of men that are that has ED that support one another, called the Modern Man Club, is my online coaching program where I help men with ED get out of ED with proven solutions that work. And it doesn't even involve coming to my office. We have natural strategy that will walk you through that you can do in your home to get results. So how can I help you? I set some time this week for my team to speak to you about how you can get the Get Hard system to reset your sex life again. So why am I doing this? I know the suffering that you go through. I've seen it with my husband. I've seen it with been through it myself, and I want you to know that there is a solution. I know that you can be happy again. I want you to get focused on getting fast results. And we're going to give you the exact strategy and how to restore function again. And if you want my help and we think it's a good fit, then we're going to invite you to become one of our new patients that we take on. And we don't take on everybody, I can tell you that. And if we work together, we'll walk you through the program that's designed to get you a result in as little as 5 days. That's not for everybody, but for most people. So who will you speak with? You're gonna speak with my patient ambassador who understands our process, who's been through the process and know what you're going through. So you have two options. Option one, you can do nothing. So you keep doing the same thing you're doing, you will not get a different result, right? If you keep driving the same direction, you're not going to get a different result. You're going to live with ED. You're going to live in fear, frustration, anxiety, low confidence, stress, sometimes even possibly alone. This is Johnny. Johnny said, after I had surgery for my prostate cancer, I had ED. I tried Viagra, Cialis, everything. Nothing was working. I could not have sex with my wife. My wife went on a vacation and didn't come back home. She filed for divorce. Now I am by myself living with ED. I don't want you to be like Johnny. Well, you can take option number two, which is choose to work with a board certified medical doctor who treated over 7,000 men with ED with success and who has the blueprint, which is the get hard system to get you to sexual success. All right. So that way you can feel hopeful, happy, confident, relief. So that way you never have to worry if you can get it up next time. Right. So you deserve to live your best life and be happy. There is a way. You deserve to be happy. There is a way. So I want to ask you this. Will you let ED dominate your life? If you want to change your sex life, you have to do something new. So I invite you to type in on your browser www.edfix.club on your browser and know that there is a solution to ED and know that it's only one phone call away. All right. So I want you to type in www.edfix.club and know that your sex life is only one phone call away. So I'm gonna see if I can get this back, and there we go. That you are only one phone call away at this time, okay? And boy, we got a bunch of questions here. So Franz, I know you're keeping track of Instagram and TikTok, and I'm only going to take a few questions here. And let me get rid of the. So let me put the banner up for the phone call. Uh, there you go. And I'm going to change this. All right. Very good. All right. So the phone call, the discovery call. And all right. Um, There are other slides at the side. All right, very good. Okay, all right. So what's the comment? So you put the comment. Thank you, Franz. All right. So we have some. I'm gonna take some questions now. Yeah. I want you to know that we get a lot of these applications. So turn in your application before it's too much for us to do, and we're gonna get through it as soon as we can. So I want you to schedule that phone call as soon as you can because we're gonna get overloaded with that. Okay, so I'm gonna take some questions. Holiday blog, beautiful. Well, thank you, Holiday blog. Oh, definitely. I mean, we worry so much. We're 63 years old male. Yes, you're right. You're 60. And sometimes, men, you guys worry too much. I don't want you guys to think of when you're in the bedroom to think of your performance because performance means that you have to be in your tip top shape. You have to be 100%. It's too much expectation with the word performance, right? I don't want you to think about performance. I want you to think about enjoying the moment, the journey, that you're going to be intimate with your partner. That I want you to think about instead of your performance, think about my enjoying the moment or my intimate moment, right? Your intimate moment, not your performance. Performance, too much anxiety and expectation on it, and oftentimes, porn give us this unrealistic expectations of size and what sexual experience should be. That's really not realistic. Um, Okay, so I have another question. It said morning erection, very good. I believe it gives mostly more satisfaction. Very good. I agree with that. But after having two stent and what's BS? Blood sugar after having two stent and having problems with ED. And I'm 57. Yes. Well, when you have two stents, that means that you have decreased blood flow already. That's affecting your penis and now affecting your heart. So at this point, Hafazula, I would advise you to check out our Modern Man Clubs. Can you put the QR code and the browser, the Modern Man Club, because in there we're going to walk you through what you need to get out of ED, because you're going to need to heal from within. How do you heal from within? The diet, exercise, mindset, and believe it or not, diet goes a long way in restoring function again. All right, in restoring function and in restoring blood flow. It sounds cliche. It's like a diet, diet. I recommend a Mediterranean diet. Okay, let me get a water. And if you guys have a Stanley cup like I do, I recommend I recommend a Mediterranean diet, Hafez. And what that does is anti-inflammatory. It also lowers your blood sugar, also lower your cholesterol at the same time. And if you stay on it consistently, you'll be able to get off of probably, your diabetes medication as well as your cholesterol medication. And that's how you really address ED, guys. Diet, exercise, and sleep. Make sure you sleep 7 hours at night, and stop smoking and vaping, and stop porn, and sleep. It really start with the basic first, because sometimes the basic goes a long way. We always think there's some magical thing. There really isn't. I can tell you that. If there is a magical thing right now, men, no, we wouldn't have 60 million men living with ED, do we? And so I want to let you know that there is a solution out there. If you've been here, you know that if you know a man or friend that has ED, just let him know that he doesn't have to live with it, and that I understand that everybody comes to my office for treatment. That's why we also created the Modern Man Club, which is my online coaching program for men with ED, where I coach them to get out of ED with natural solution. And I'm a big advocate of using the penis pump. If you're not using the penis pump, if you're a guy, you need to learn how to do it. I have a video on YouTube on showing you how to use the penis pump and why, because it's like taking your penis to the gym. So check it out. Other than that, I want to wish you guys a happy Tuesday night, and that just know that you can be happy. There is a solution out there to get your sex life back again. And if you are taking medication, ED medication, get off of that. So having said that, I wish you a happy night. All right, here we go.